The Presbyterian Planning Counter, for whatever reason, on Mother's Day, they've designated that as Will's Emphasis Sunday. I didn't name it, that's what they came up with. And Noni has graciously consented to explain why she has left Laley Church and her estate planning with some other comments. So Noni, thank you so much for doing this a second time. You did it last year, so thank you so much.
Well, okay. Are you all excited to talk about wills this morning? That's kind of what I thought. Last year, I talked about what I'd done to include Laley Prez in my estate plans. And I thought that was a one and done. Not happening. Pastor Ed asked for volunteers this year, but guess what? You're stuck with me again. This church has been a big part of my life for almost 25 years now. We kind of blithely talk about our church family, but I wonder how often we really think about what that means. One of the unique things about Laley is that we really are a family. We take care of each other. We love each other. We may have differences of opinion. We might even get really annoyed at each other. That happens in families. But when push comes to shove, we're there for each other. My Laley Church family has been by my side for a lot of milestones. You comforted me when Joe died. And a few years later, there was a grand, wonderful celebration when Max and I got married. And then a couple of years ago, you mourned with me when he died. Over the past few months, there's been an outpouring of prayer for my daughter, Lizanne. In the fall, she had a very serious stroke. But this morning, I can share good news of prayers answered with you. Against all odds, she's walking with a cane, and she expects to be back in her own home by the end of this month. I'm grateful for the way you've shared God's love with me. And I hope that in some small ways, I've passed that love on to others. So, what does all this have to do with wills and estate planning? Well, I think that one of the aims of those plans is to arrange things for the benefit of those who are important in our lives. Not only the families we belong to by virtue of blood, but the families of our hearts. My goal is that whatever resources I leave behind will enrich the lives of my children and Max's godchildren, and play a part in ensuring that Laley Church can build an endowment to guarantee that God's love continues to pour out from this place, just as you all have shared it with me. Professionals have helped me set up a plan that does what I want, so I'm not going to try to tell you how to do it. Talk to your own advisors and figure out what you want to do, what you want to leave behind. Next season, probably in February, your finance team plans to sponsor a workshop to help you formulate those plans. We've already asked a really engaging speaker, Robert Hay, who some of you may have heard before, and he's agreed to lead the workshop. So watch your emails. There'll be breaking news.
Noni,